Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steve Tim, and I am a real estate agent with the Holt Real Estate Team in Madison, Wisconsin. And first of all, happy Friday. And I thought I would do something a little bit different on Friday, at least this Friday, the day you're looking at this video, because I normally post every day about the market and market updates, fluctuations, rates, stability, volatility, and all of that stuff. But right now I thought I would do something a little bit different. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit. This is my Motivation Friday moment. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the 1%. So, and those of you who are watching this and know me probably have heard me mention that at some point in our conversation. So, I want to ask you, and I want to challenge you this weekend to do a little thought experiment just with yourself in your own private time. I want you to challenge yourself to improve by 1% a day. 1% isn't a whole lot, but that change, once we make it 1% a day, and that could be about anything. That could be, how do I improve by 1% as I relate to my family? It could be, how can I improve 1% in how I relate to my wife, or how I relate to my husband, or how I relate to my kids. It could be in your job. Maybe your 1% might be calling that difficult client or that difficult customer that keeps bugging you and won't leave you alone, and you have an issue you need to resolve with them. Could be, again, with your job. Could be maybe arriving 10-15 minutes earlier to your shift. In other words, it could be anything to improve your life and what you're doing. And I'm going to post more on this and kind of dive deeper in this. But if you focus on 1% a day, that gradual climb of 1%, that's going to take you far. And I learned this when I was being coached in real estate for the first time many years ago now. And that really hit me when I first heard that. I thought, what's my 1%? And I ask myself that literally every single day. What is my 1%? What is the thing that I'm going to be better at today? And for example, today, my 1% is actually getting more social media content out there, because I got to keep you guys in the know what's going on. So that's going to be my 1% going forward. I've been kind of lazy on that, and I need to get better at that. So that is going to be my 1%. And today, Friday, and into the weekend, I just want to challenge you to figure out what your 1% is going to be. As I say, it could be with your job, could be improvements in your family and how you treat your coworkers, employees, how you treat your boss, how you show up for yourself even. That could be a 1% improvement. So just want to leave that with you. What is your 1%? I'm going to get more videos on this topic up at a later time, and that is my 1% to get more content out there. So what is your 1%? I'd love to chat with you guys. If you figure out what your 1% is, leave me a note in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. I'd love to know what you guys are doing to improve by 1% every day. So we'll catch you soon, and we're going to catch you in the next couple of videos, because we're getting into the mid part of the third quarter, and I got a lot to share with you. So talk soon.